do another random video. Not sure what the sequence is going to be of these videos. We've done a few bits and bobs from before, and this one is kind of on the same lines as one of our last ones, but we thought we'd do another Google Translate one, even though they've all been done in various ways before. We're trying to do ones that we haven't seen online before, and we're going to do it without having read it or anything before, so it involves one of them.
Can you get the mouth, please?
And yeah, there we go.
The wine, not one of me. Well, I am involved, but
so basically, go on.
so we're about 2 years ago, coming up for 2 years ago, we did a wine tasting video, and it was quite funny because basically it involved me just drinking wine and getting drunk, and and so this is kind of that, I suppose, but not really, because we've got no the premise of that video was we set out to taste wine on purpose. It was like part of an experience gift. So we had like 7 bottles of wine, tasting notes that came with it, doing it all properly. And you can go back and watch that video. We'll link it and we'll put it.
Yeah, it's on. It's one of our previous videos. It's literally from about 2 years ago, isn't it now?
Yeah, well, it was in December on holiday, and we planned to do another one, and then we just drank the wine instead. So, because we did a few bottles of wine, and there was like 6 in the case, and then over the 2 years, those other 4 have gone in me. So we don't have that wine anymore, but I still have wine because I always do, and so we decided to do a wine tasting video, but basically it means that we have gone about it a slightly different way in that we've put a wine tasting instructional
this is not about the wine. We're basically translating supposedly instructions that you follow in order to get the best taste out of wine. So it's actually very, very short. You could go into this, like some people spend flipping hours trying to work out the different tastes of wine. I've managed to find a few simple instructions, which I've run through a translator, ran back through a translator, and then ran through the translator again back to English. It's very short instructions. This is pretty much just Pinot Grigio. It's nothing but the idea is supposedly
don't be offensive
to get Amanda to taste the wine.
It's got to be me
properly. Well, it's that or beer.
Well, you could get a glass of wine.
I could do. Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is send Amanda the.
No, you need to read it.
Oh, I can read it out if you like. Yeah, I will.
So basically, what we're going to do is we're going to do wine tasting video, a bit like one we did before, but probably on the less professional side, because last time it was really professional.
You drank a lot of wine and ate a lot of cheese.
I started off really enthusiastic, and then through the video I got sort of less and less looking at the camera and more looking into space, and it's quite obvious I drank a lot of wine. But anyway, this could be like that, I don't know really. So John's going to read me some wine tasting instructions, and then we're going to do that.
So the subheading of it is Easy Wine, Sleep. How to get me a wine taster? Well, I've got my wine taster.
Easy wine.
This is pretty easy
wine.
Take
it easy, wine.
So it's all pretty good from here. Okay, so step 1. You need to look at the wine.
Hold on.
The ingredients, which are popular, and if they are red, extremely deep.
Red?
So it's white wine, it's not very deep.
Well, I mean, it depends how big a glass you've got, isn't it?
How deep is it?
How deep is your wine? It's a 250ml glass-ish. Probably more like 400
That's
ml
quite
in
deep.
my case.
But they're not red. The next sentence is...
Hang on. Well, I want to talk about why the red is deep. I don't understand.
Oh, I don't know.
Colour, deep in colour. I've
It's
got
gotta
some
be-
red wine.
Yeah, but you're drinking white wine.
Yeah, but it's meant to be tasting wine.
No, but it just says, and if they are red. extremely
They're not red, okay? Let it go.
We're going to assume that that's not extremely deep because
This
it's
wine
white
is not deep. This wine is shallow. It's shallow wine. It will judge you for your looks. Especially if you drink it and you look at someone and you go home with them. That is shallow.
Yeah. Stir the drink. Whirlwind release whistle.
God. What? Stir the drink.
I'm going to get you a spoon, but you have to do a
Can you give me a
whirlwind.
very clean spoon?
You have to do a
Spoon. I don't really want to stick a spoon in my wine unless I've cleaned it myself. Right, tell me the instruction again.
So you need to stir the drink. Whirlwind release whistle. So you need to.
I don't know how to do a release whistle.
You need to do a whirlwind release whistle.
Maybe
But
it's.
that's a
Do you know
whirlwind.
what?
That's surely that's a whirlwind.
Do you know what it is? I know what it is. Do you remember?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we've got cheap glasses.
Yeah, it works.
You're holding the glass. You have to look at the stem.
Oh, do you? Sorry, connoisseur.
It won't work with ones you've nicked from Wetherspoons.
That's outrageous. Have we got a crystal glass?
No.
Yeah, we have.
No, we ain't.
Yeah, we have.
We really ain't.
I need to clean this glass room now.
I don't know what the whirlwind release whistle is, but I reckon the whirlwind was the whirlwind that you when you swirl. So when you do that, is that like a whirl? Is that
Shut up! It's not a whirlwind. I did the stirring and tried to make the glass do its whistling thing. Doesn't work. Don't have good glasses. This wasn't from Wetherspoons. It was from a brand.
Another pub.
Another place that wasn't Wetherspoons. Sorry, Wetherspoons.
Kiss the wine. Breathed a sigh of relief. And interrupted the test of his tongue and nose.
Kiss the wine. I did that sort of by drinking it because it goes in my lips. Breathe a sigh of relief. Oh, I know. I do this all the time. You tell me off.
Okay, yeah, that might be what it means actually. And the test of his tongue and nose. So I presume it's saying smell it and taste it.
Well, you should never presume makes a press out of you.
To being the actual sentence.
I could snort it. I used to do that with alcohol.
You snorted alcohol.
Yeah, in the pub when I was a student. What you would do is you would get a bit of, you do your shot, and then you'd get the dribble that was left in it and just pour it on. No, this is What? Shut up.
I didn't say anything.
Shut up. You get the dribble of your shot and you put it on the upside down shot glass. Oh, you'd have some shots and then you'd get a dribble of a shot, put it on the upside down shot glass and then snort it off the shot glass or the back of your hand. And the idea is it's supposed to go quickly into your blood vessels because it goes into your nose. I think it's a myth as well. Also, there was this thing we did in a nightclub where we what did we do? There was something to do with we turned it upside down and drank the fumes, like put a straw in, like lit the alcohol and then turned it upside down and then there was all smoke in a glass and then we sucked in the fumes. Oh, I can't remember at all. Uni was good, mate.
Good, mate.
All that studying.
So have you kissed the wine?
Done that.
You breathed a sigh of relief. Have you interrupted the test of your tongue and nose?
Interrupted it?
Yeah.
Like...
Stop!
Fuck, that actually made me jump. You're such a dick. All over my face.
But I interrupted you. So that was the
It
point.
wasn't an interruption, it was a disruption. Christ.
It worked though, it was good.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
really whiny now. Thanks.
That's alright. So then, sipping the wine.
That's what I do all the time.
Then it stood on the tongue, plunging into the air. So I think you need to stick your tongue out with it plunging into the air with the wine on it.
It's still. What, like this? Oh, I'm not.
No. You put it in your mouth. No, put it.
No, I would read it as it stood on your tongue. So the wine would stand on your tongue like that. Imagine if I could hold the wine glass on my tongue.
Then it stood on the tongue, plunging into the air, which I think you.
I reckon I should put it on my tongue like that, and then throw the glass into the air.
Or see if you can throw the liquid in the air, and then you catch it. Or actually.
Oh no!
Tilt it and you
what
gotta
I once
catch it.
did was I ran through a flat, Alex's flat, and he had floors like, you can't see our floors, but they had like wooden floors, and I went to sort of skid to stop, but I slipped and and fell on my arse. No, didn't touch his guitars.
You stopped yourself.
But I had a glass of wine, full glass of wine, and I managed to keep it full in my hand upright and get up and not kill the glass of wine. Skills, mate. Skills.
The last word.
The last one already? I don't even know anything about this wine. I've not tasted it, not given you any indication of what this wine is like.
This tells you everything you need to know. Okay. This last word. Sentence. I don't even know what that's translated from.
Sentence. This wine is good. That's my sentence. It's not really. I mean, it's cheap, but it's good. I like cheap wine. Yeah. It's okay. Yeah.
There you go. Hopefully you got everything you need to know in order to wine taste.
Yeah.
We're not massively convinced by the whole process officially anyway, because we made such a mess of it when we were in.
No, we didn't. Go back and watch that video. It was really good.
Alright, I'll tell you what.
And we actually had moments where we were like, oh, yeah, I can tell the difference.
Anyway, yeah, let us know what you think of the old video, because that was actually a genuine attempt at wine tasting.
Genuine.
This has been kind of
Genuine.
more of a moronic view of how to do it in translation.
Moronic?
Slightly.
Rude.
Just slightly. Well, when release whistles.